Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have an interesting episode for you guys here, another NFL video. So a lot of people wanted it, so here we are producing it. So make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as y'all know, we've been trying to produce a little bit more NFL content on the channel. Excuse me. We recently produced a show on the channel, and a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't see it, but for the people that saw it, you could tell that they really enjoyed it, and they appreciated the fact that we're trying something different. So, as I said in that show, I'm going to say it here that this this is something that we're doing. We're trying for the first time. So just bear with us as we try to get better in it. So again, your feedback will be deeply appreciated as we go on, because you guys are going to give us a lot of information to help us improve the NFL content. So just wanted to get that out to say, get that out the way. Now, as y'all know, the Dallas Cowboys are widely regarded as the most popular NFL team, right? And they're certainly, the Cowboys, the most successful franchise or the most valuable sports franchise in the entire universe in the world, right? It's the Dallas Cowboys, number one. And, they're considered to be America's team. Now, for somebody that doesn't really follow the NFL that closely, I don't exactly know why. They're sort of like the Lakers, I would assume. What is it with the NFL, except the Lakers win a lot, right? I'm not dissing the Cowboys. This is just what their record says. But the fact that they keep being referred to as the America's team is something that annoys people like Shannon Sharp, for example. But especially the person that really gets annoyed is Stephen A. Smith. Right, Stephen A. Smith, he's always going off, the Dallas Cowboys, and he seems to have like a hate relationship with Cowboys fans. You know how you have like a love-hate relationship. Stephen A. Smith seems to have a hate relationship with Cowboys fans, and this brings me to the recent news surrounding the team this morning. Actually, devastating news. And we're getting this from an article from ESPN.com. So I want to quickly read here. Basically, the article starts off with the headline: Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott to have surgery on his right thumb, expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, sources say. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott said he is expected to have surgery Monday night on his right thumb after he was injured in the season opener on a 19-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday night. He's expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, and the injury will likely land him on injury reserve, according to multiple sources. Prescott was injured in the fourth quarter when he hit his hand of outside linebacker Shaq Barrett while throwing a pass. Prescott will meet the Cowboys hand specialist Monday, but according to multiple sources, he will have a pin and plate inserted into the area to stabilize the joint. Prescott said he initially thought he jammed his finger and didn't believe it was serious, but he went to the locker room for x-rays, which showed a fracture. I was told it was much cleaner than it could have been, Prescott said after the game while wearing a splint on his right hand. It's a significant injury, Coach Mike McCarthy said. The Cowboys will go with Cooper Rush as their starting quarterback beginning next week against the Cincinnati Bengals. Will Grier is the team's number 3 quarterback, and he's currently on the practice. So essentially, that's what the article had to say there. And of course, this isn't good news for Dallas Cowboys fans whatsoever, which brings me to an audio from Stephen A. Smith talking about the Dallas Cowboys, where he says his famous line about this team, which is, what can go wrong will go wrong. Now, here's the eerie thing about this particular audio that we're about to play for you guys. This audio was produced, or he said this, less than 2 weeks ago. Less than 2 weeks ago on ESPN First Take, Stephen A. Smith had to say this about the Dallas Cowboys heading into this particular season. So what we want to do is play his comments, and then we'll come back and react to it. So take a listen to that here.
Sometimes the old dog just can't change their tricks. And when you look at Mike McCarthy, 14 penalties in a playoff game. Mm-hmm. You come into this preseason, first game, 17 penalties. First 3 games, 35 penalties in 3 games. Okay, this is the Dallas Cowboys that we're talking about. And I'm going to say it for y'all one more time, just so y'all know. Everybody hear me? What can't go wrong will go wrong. Just wait. Be patient. Now, I don't wish that on my buddy Jerry Jones. I don't wish that on him. It sounds like you do. I don't wish that on my buddy Stephen Jones, who, by the way, congratulations to him. They were bringing in a new Jones into the world. Nothing but love for y'all. But them sorry, disgusting, nauseating Cowboy fans across the nation, I wish nothing but misery upon you when it comes to the Cowboys. Nothing but misery. And it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again.
So you heard what he had to say, right? And it looks like he may be right again. Do you think the Cowboys franchise, for whatever reason, has bad luck? Now, some people would say, wait a minute, man, you're being superstitious. No. There are people out there that believe in bad luck and superstition, right? For instance, you look at the Los Angeles Clippers. A lot of people think that team has bad luck, right? Like they just, for whatever reason, they're going to find a way to lose or something is going to happen, right? And this is what people truly believe about the Los Angeles. Even some Clippers fans, by the way, believe this. So that's the first question. Do you think that this team has bad luck? That's the first one. Second question is, assuming that this team were to be 100% healthy, what were your realistic expectations for the Dallas Cowboys coming into the season, right? That's one question. Another question is, do you think Dak will be able to come back in time? Because they said it's a 6 to 8 week window. I believe there was 17 weeks in the regular season for the NFL season. So do you think Dak will be able to come back in time to be able to be a difference maker for this team, down the line, in the regular season? And do you think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to remain, afloat, right? These are all serious questions that I'd like to hear your feedback on, because we put up a poll on the channel asking our audience what team they wanted us to cover, essentially what game. And this was the one that over 40% of the viewers picked. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to cover this game, which brings us actually back to the game. I just have a few closing thoughts that I want to say here. I watched the game, right? I watched a good amount of the game, and it was a pretty, it wasn't a pretty first half, right? It wasn't a pretty first half. It was a defensive struggle. No team was able to score a touchdown in the first half. Micah Parsons was everywhere. He was putting a lot of pressure on Tom Brady, and no team was able to score a touchdown in the first pass. It was only field goals that they were able to make. I think the Buccaneers went up 12-3 in the first half. It's either 12-3 or 9-3. No, they had a 12-3 lead going into the first half. And then in the second half, that's when the Bucs basically blew the doors off of them, right? They blew the game wide open. Tom Brady was able to hit, I believe it was a touchdown in that third quarter. And once he hit that touchdown, I think they went up, it was 13. They went up 20 at that point, and I think they converted on their field goal attempt, and then the kick or whatever. And then from that point forward, it was just all they wrote. I think they finished out the game, if I'm not mistaken, I think they finished out the game 19-3. That was the score, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were able to come away with a strong win. So that's how the game turned out. I'm sure it was pretty anticlimactic for a lot of fans, coming into that game. I'm sure they probably hoped the Dallas Cowboys would have done better. So the question to you guys is, please answer some of the questions that we laid out. Again, if you guys have any feedback about our NFL content, we welcome that. So please leave that in the comment section. Once again, thank you for your attention, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.